there was this, let me fix you. There was this issue where I just couldn't stay away from YouTube, and I thought, I really miss, what am I trying to say? I really miss filming a video, so I just sat down today and avoid that junk in the back because I don't have a place to put them. Anyway, so recently as in last week, I did a makeup job. It was for a bride, a beautiful bride, and 3 bridesmaids. So I did hair and makeup for them, and it turned out really beautiful. They wanted sort of different styles, and I have all the pictures in my Facebook page and my Instagram, so I'll link those down. You guys can have a look. But the bride didn't want her face to be photographed and put on internet, which I totally respect. And I thought, since I can't put up the photo of her, I'll just recreate it and post this video as the last of photos. So let's get started. I already have my foundation on. I have to let you guys know what I used on her, so if you guys are interested, you can totally use this stuff. I used Embroily's, the famous moisturizer that everyone uses. I used this one as moisturizer for her, and then I used which I didn't put that one on myself because I only use rosehip oil on my face, and I used MAC stroke cream on her as well. And then I used the Smashbox Photofinish foundation primer on her. So that was all the prep that went, well, the primer went all over her eyes as well as the face. And before I forget, I should tell you that I also set her makeup with Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray, and yeah, so that's what I used as a base. Her foundation was MAC. I'm gonna have to find the exact foundation and put a link down below. It was the foundation, the powder, and concealer over MAC. So what I'm using is, I don't like to use MAC on my face. Well, MAC as my base. I always use Pure Mineral 4-in-1 liquid, or because I need high coverage, like if it's like a bridal thing, you need to use this. Otherwise, I always use the 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup, which is a powder. That looks really weird. It's not supposed to be that dark. I put my wet beauty blender in there, so now it's just like that. And let's just get started. I started off with Indian Wood Prolong Wear, what is this called? Paint Pot by MAC, and literally just applied this all over the eyelid. And bridal makeup, it's just, you gotta be like, depending on your culture and your taste, what exactly that is you want, you gotta remember that your eyeshadows should be a bit, you know, ethereal, goddess like, you know, like bridal glowy type of thing. And your face should be more focused on bridal makeup. That's my personal opinion, because I think it should look glowing and just flawless. Alrighty, so put that all over the lid up to the crease. We're not going any further than that. Then I'm just gonna use, I'm trying out some new palettes. Well, I already tried these out, but they're like amazing. What I'm going to use, well, what I used on her is the same thing that I'm gonna use on myself right now. Famous Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. This palette is everything. It's just so amazing. It also comes with a mirror. I will be mostly using these two colors, these two right here, which are called Latness and Citry. Latness and Citry. And then also I'll be using a bit of Liberatus, and probably mix Samuel Solas, and also I'm gonna use this color, which is Edwin. I don't know, but it's this color. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix and match, and that's all going on the crease. So I'm using this Real Techniques new brush, which are from the Bold Metal collection, and going into the very light color on the top and applying that basically on the brow bone, and then I'm going to blend it down to the crease. Let's just do that on both sides. This is a very quick eye look, but it's very appropriate for a bride. Then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. This is Morphe M513. It's yeah, a nice fluffy, like a medium-sized fluffy brush where you can just blend things around. And I'm just gonna use these two colors over here, just mix it together and go into the crease. Mainly focus on the outer corner, and then sort of hold your brush really lightly. Don't press it into your eye. That way we're getting a very well blended sort of like a diffused look. And you have to keep in mind that these colors are really pigmented, so always tap off the extra. I'm just going into just the darker color and putting that right into the crease. Get a bigger fluffy brush. I'm gonna use BH Cosmetics blending brush. I don't know what this one's called, and just blend, blend, blend. Use a blending brush by Cosmetica. It's called Rounded Blending. It's a very tiny blending brush. Into this color and this dark color. Tap off the excess. Do you see how it's like shaded now? So we're doing this just for the very outer corner. Go back with the first blending brush and just blend the edges. What you're gonna do is just take a itty bitty brush like this. It's a flat brush, and go into the darkest brown shades and blend it underneath. Get a synthetic flat brush. Actually, before that, get a synthetic flat brush like this, very flat. But put that aside, and I'm using Chi Chi Lost Without You eyeshadow. This gorgeous goldy color. Ooh, so pretty. You're gonna take your ring finger and pack some color onto it, and then pat it onto your eyelid area. You want to make sure that you pat it on. Don't rub it, just pat it on. And you'll get that gorgeousness. You think that you need more intensity, or you couldn't get the inner corner because you were using your finger, you can go back in with that flat brush. Always tap off the excess and bring it into the inner corner, because you want your inner corner to be nice and bright. You could use a lighter color if you want, but I just want to keep everything gold, and that's exactly what I did for her. So, yeah. at this point you can just dip the edge of the brush and get your underneath, what am I saying? Well, the inner lower lash line. Gosh. Okay, so that's mainly the eye part done. You can go in with that little blending brush again and into your palette and touch up any blending that you might have lost or the color intensity, but don't go overboard because you gotta remember that this is a bridal look, not a drag queen look, so you have to always just know the balance. Okay, so that's basically it for the eyeshadow part of things, and then I'm gonna do my brows and my concealer, and I'll be right back. So I concealed and I did my brows. Lately I am loving the thick brow trend, so I'm not really good with brows. I wanted to use, this is what I used the other day when I went to dinner with my husband. I used NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade, but it's the, what's the color? It's in Espresso. Yeah, I wanted to use that again today, but I don't know, it just didn't work out nicely as when I used it the other day. So instead I used, what is this? Brow Power Super Skinny Brow Pencil in dark brown. It's by It Cosmetics, and this is amazing. Love it. Love the texture and love, like, it's hard but soft, the pencil. So it's a dream to work with, and I am like an eyebrow beginner. I hate the sculpted eyebrow look. I want it to be natural, but I want it to look thick, and I want it to look, I want it to look browy, not sculpted, you know what I mean? Like, so I wanted it to be a bit hairy looking. That's a weird thing to say, but you get what I mean. I also did my concealer, and I used the this may sound odd, but I used the Morphe Warm Foundation 9 FW palette, and I used a couple of colors from that. And also I set my under eyes with New Mask talc-free setting powder. I used to use this all the time in my videos, so you guys know, but I did use that sort of overall as well, just to set everything in place. And then what I'm gonna do, and I used my beauty blender, damp beauty blender, to do everything. Shade and Light, Kat Von D Shade and Light contouring palette, and I did use, I used the color Shadow Play on her, and I think Shadow Play and Zombre, which is the darkest color, middle and the darkest color, would be a great blend for my skin tone. So I'm not gonna do contouring. I'm just gonna lightly just touch the cheek area because, yeah, we don't have to go over the top. So I'm just basically mixing the two in one of my Real Techniques ball metal brushes. This is very nice for contouring slash bronzing. So I'm just mixing the two colors, and then just going into my under my cheekbone. These powders blend up like a dream. It's amazing. Blush. I used from my blush palette. This is the Coastal Scents Blush 2 palette, and I used this color right here, which is exactly what I'm gonna use today. And for this I will use Morphe M403 brush, which is really good for blush, I think. And you just wanna pack it, tap it, and then apply. very pretty color. Also, these blushes are very pigmented. It's really good and worth your money. For highlighter, I used a cream highlighter on her as well as a powder highlighter. So the cream one I used was Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in what is it? That's it? Oh, in Moonstone. I still have the plastic on top of, but you know the color. I use that one. I'm not going to use that on myself today, but on top of that I used Global Glow Mineralize Skin Finish by MAC on her, which is what I will be using right now on myself. And I'm going to use another Real Techniques brush. This, I forget, oh, this is the setting brush. So just take some, tap off the excess, and just go above your cheekbone area. Alright, so that is basically the face part of things done. I did do a winged eyeliner on her, which I'm gonna do off camera and show you guys. I do have a very dramatic winged eyeliner look. I think it was the Rita Ora look that I did in a previous video. You guys can check that out. I'm just gonna do winged eyeliner and then I'll do the lips. The eye look is finished. I was gonna do a thin liner just like I did on her and accidentally I hit my elbow on the thing on my desk and it got whoop, so I had to make the liner thicker, but then I ended up loving the thick line. It's more sort of Arabic inspired look now. It did add lashes. I'm just gonna let you know what I used. The eyeliner I used was Inglehut eyeliner in 77, number 77, and I used MAC 266 angled brush for it. And the lashes are Miss Adoro Wispy Lashes. Mascara is Benefit They're Real, and the eyelash glue is Duo eyelash glue. For the lips, I'm going to be using Morning Coffee by MAC and Lala lipstick by NYX. This is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. I have plans for many more videos, and I will be coming out with those. So exciting. And I do have a bit of free time to film more videos right now, so I think I'm gonna get back into my YouTube kick. Hopefully you guys like everything, and don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, because I really like when you guys subscribe to me. And yeah, so this is the final look.